Alrighty, welcome back, welcome back. Alrighty, estamos en los closet confessions de Martita. Alrighty, okay. So I've told you guys I'm pretty much, and if I didn't introduce myself, let me do that. Alrighty. So my name is Martita. I'm a mindset and reinvention coach for moms in their 40s. My backstory is pretty much I've been a single mom majority of my life. Primarily, my majority of it. I have been in relationships, long-term relationships, and I've found out like a couple things about myself along the way. But needless to say, 5 years ago, I lost my job. I used to work for the government, had my degree, and just didn't feel fulfilled. I'm like, please tell me there's more to this fucking job. Like, I hate this job. The women just were not nice to me at all. I didn't know what workplace bullying was, and that's that I worked with dispatchers. Alrighty, let me bring you closer. I used to work with dispatchers. I didn't feel like the girls ever bullied me, but working at this other department, they didn't like me, and they made it a point to let me know. And I'm glad they did. Now I'm just like, how back then I'm like, man, this is dreadful. This is horrible. Having to come home, hug my 16-year-old son, say, damn, I don't have a job, babe. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. But now I'm like, that was a blessing in disguise, because it actually made me get into that, oh shit, now what are you going to do for yourself? This is it. Like, do you want to stay in just applying for these jobs, okay, $25.99 an hour, like you have to ask for permission to take days off? Like, is that what you want? I didn't. I was like, I need to be here for my kids more. I need to be more present. So I ended up getting myself a mentorship, cashed out my retirement, took on all this debt, got myself a mentor, and he helped me flip homes, and it was great. I will say, like, the first year I made $65,000, and it was great, like, on my first flip. But there was a lot I also learned along the way. Just things that weren't always covered in whatever our mentor taught us, which is okay. Needless to say, I got in, I dug in deep, I was running, everything was great, and I was buying real estate left and right. But I'm like, this isn't fulfilling. Like, this isn't what I want to do. I wanted to pretty much document it, wanted to talk about it, put it out there. But at the time, I was going through a shitty relationship, which is part of the journey. That's what I had to go through to figure out who the heck I was, right? So I couldn't document it. I would try here and there to be present on social media. A lot of my videos, like, I had to hide them when I would do them and stuff like that. So let's just fast forward to now. I pretty much lost myself throughout my flipping journey and setting all those properties up for short-term rentals, something that I had no clue what I was doing. It was all brand new, but I dove right in. I actually ended up hitting depression as well, and my kids were moving out. I'm like, shit, all this is happening at once. So from that point, I had to figure out who I was. Like, I had to sit with myself. Ended the relationship, which was great. If I could ever write a book, it'd be interesting, needless to say. But I ended up finding myself, and I figured there was more value into helping other women heal and achieve what I had to learn through myself and through several mentors, because I have poured into so many mentors, and they have helped little by little. And also reading books and just being in good groups of people have helped as well. And that's where I'm like, I can bring value to moms who don't have that confidence. Like, no, this is the life that I just have to live. We think we do because we were conditioned to think that we don't deserve better. So that's where like your mindset is just wired incorrectly, is how I tell myself, like, or people. We weren't programmed correctly. We weren't conditioned correctly. It's all on the kind of how they say there's proper grammar. It's the same thing. The way that you use your words is the way that it reflects back. And it helps you heal. It helps you forgive. It helps you get through everything. So that's pretty much why I started this mentorship, to help people and coach them, coach moms and help them and tell them you're not alone. Because I've also noticed that like when you're in a community and a group of women who actually are fed up with their fucking situation, or they're fed up with not knowing who they are, or they're like, you know what, I want more. I want more than just this routine of being a mom, of having to figure it all out. I want more. I also want to know who the fuck I am. That's when I notice like more people come together and they feel like, shit, I'm not the only one. Because a lot of times we think we're the only one going through this. We're not. Other people are going through it too. We just don't want to talk about it. So I'm willing to talk about it because I'm not shy. That's what I've been told. So anyway, that's pretty much what I'm doing now. I am pretty much sharing the journey, everything I've been through, how things have helped me, what resources have helped me, and just to help other women as well. Because just like I've been able to build all these businesses and see what I could do for myself and travel, and it's crazy. Like last year, everything that I manifested, I could tell you that 3 years ago, I had journaled it to the T, like everything. I want to have so many properties. I want to have so many vehicles. I want this, I want that. And the fact that like I even journaled it, and now I'm like, wow, you got all that. You didn't think so at the time. You were just like, really, here I am, not knowing what to do. But I intend to have this. Guess what? I got that. But it was in my mind. And now I'm like, I get it now. So that's why I tell people, if you could journal your life 15 minutes a day, exactly how you want it, and hold yourself accountable. That's the part we don't like. We don't want to hold ourselves accountable. We want to be like, oh, fate, chance, this. No, it's us. It's our mindset. We get what we think we deserve. Just like we stay in those bad relationships, we stay because we feel we deserve them. We feel we have to sacrifice ourselves, our happiness for them, because we don't think we're worthy of better. So it's the same thing. And trust me, once you get to change up your mindset and you get to do things differently and correctly, and you can see everything that you can obtain, and then that your kids are still watching you, because newsflash, your kids are still watching. I thought, oh, mine are gone. They're like, no, Mom, help me through this. What about? And I've had to be like, all righty, these are the same tools. Let me give them to you. And I love seeing their progress. Like, I love seeing them do their thing. And that's where I'm like, this is where the value's at, in sharing this with others. So if you're ready to reinvent yourself, if you're ready to figure out who the fuck you are, if you're ready to level up, let me know. Alrighty, because I'm taking on new people to coach. So just let me know when you're ready. At some point, we all reach our point of, I want more for myself, and I want to know who the heck I am. It doesn't always have to be financially, but spiritually, emotionally, all that, we all need to heal and want more. And at some point, we're going to want it and need it. And we've got to go to those people who've been through it. Because many people will be like, oh, go to them, go ask them, but they've never been through it. You go to the source. Be like, hey, how did you get through your shit? Please tell me. Instead of, oh no, I've heard about them. What about them? They made it? They're still making it? They're getting out there? They're still living?